Here we go. Here we go, sucking the battery dry. Whoa, I was at the end of the field in no time. Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot and I will be flying a drone today. A racing drone as a matter of fact. But check this out here. I don't know if you can see it far away. Tractor Man is out there and I have a drone, except this is not a drone I would fly around Tractor Man because it's supposed to go super fast. Anyways, let's go fly it. Now the quad I'm flying today is the brand new GEPRC Racer. This new model has a new high-performance flight controller. The version I'll be flying in this review has the 2207 motors. Now if you're a pro, you'll want the upgraded motors. The Racer is completely analog, so if you have any analog FPV goggles, they will work. To power the Racer, you're going to need a 6S LiPo battery of about 1300 to 1500 milliamp hours with an XT60 connector. Now you see my Racer looks a little different than you would buy. That's because the version they sent me was plug and play, and I don't have a lot of receivers laying around because I put them in all the other drones, so I have to pull one out of another drone to put it in something like this. So I don't usually get my quads plug and play with no receiver unless it's DJI-03. This one came plug and play. I had to look for a receiver. I found a Radio Master receiver, so I stuck it on. It's on the top. It's ugly as hell the way it's sitting there. And then the Radio Master receiver has little antennas coming out, so I got them attached with zip ties so they don't get chopped up by the props. It looks kind of cool, like a bumblebee sort of, and that's how it's going to work. So the plan at the moment is I just want to put this guy on the takeoff and landing pad and fly it line of sight because I don't know how much zip it has. I just want to check it out. Now I have bound that receiver to my Radio Master TX16S, which is one I've had for a long time, so it works perfectly fine. Let's just plug it in, make sure I don't chop off my face, get that in there. There we go. It's a 6S battery, so lots of power. All right, I got all these switches I have to move. Okay, I think we're good. Let's put it in something very reliable like angle mode.
Flight mode angle.
There we go. Okay, powered on. Woohoo, she's got power. I don't know if I can get it in the camera, but it's right there. If I twitch on the joysticks, it just twitches in the air. Oh my God, this thing's gonna go. Ooh, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Let's see, go up. Oh, I just barely touched the joystick there. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to land this. This is scary crazy. Let's bring it over here and land it over here. And bring it on down. All right, let's go put some goggles on and take it for a flight. Now, a couple of problems I've already encountered with this quad. First is that the camera is non-movable. So if I bring it close, you can see the camera up front is pointing almost straight up. So in other words, in order for me to fly and see where I'm going, I have to tilt the quad like this, which means full thrust forward. So it's a racer. It just means when you come down to land and you want to put the quad like this to land, you're looking at the sky and you have no idea where you are. So it's going to be probably a rough landing. Second thing is the video signal coming out is analog and it looks really crappy in my Fat Shark goggles. I don't know if it's my Fat Shark goggles, whatever. I changed channels, everything. It still looks crappy. I don't think the problem is the drone. I've had that happen before. It's sort of like an incompatibility with the receiver on my Fat Shark goggles. So depending on what you own for FPV goggles, analog, the image will look better, I'm sure. Anyway, so what I've done is I put a little Insta360 camera up front so that I can film a little bit of the video, give some quality in case the Fat Shark stuff looks terrible. The only thing I don't want to do is crash because I keep losing these little things and they're very expensive. All right, let's go fly. Okay, Fat Shark's going on and the image is terrible. It looks like I'm watching some 1980s sci-fi movie or 1970s sci-fi movie. All right, let's make sure I'm in acro mode.
Flight mode acro.
There we are. And hold the image of the Fat Sharks is just atrocious. Here we go. Let's take it up. Here we go. All right. Oh my God, what I see is not good. But this is how it flies. Flies really well, though. I will say that. I will say it flies really nice. Now, of course, I put my Fat Sharks on and didn't turn the fan on, so I'm fogging up. I'm fogging up, Scotty. So my image is getting even worse. All right. And here we go. We're going to gun it. I'm getting low battery signals, but there's full speed. Right across, and then turn it, woo! And bring it back. All right, so what I'm gonna have to do is land it. See what I mean? If you look at my Fat Sharks, I'm just looking at the sky. I have no friggin' idea where I am, or if anybody's below me, but I know there's nobody out in this field, so I'm gonna bring it over slowly to where I am. as close as I can. I can see the grass below just barely. I see those 3 trees, getting close to them. Oh, hit the grass. So I think we're okay. Let's go get this. Now, how do I turn on the fan on this thing? It's been a while. All right, I recovered the little quad. It looks a little wet because the grass is soaking wet out here. Let's go back and put a GPS on it. I'm spending 20 minutes looking for the button on the side for the fan because I've had many versions of Fat Sharks, and wouldn't you know it, it's right on the bottom. Big circle, it says fan on off. So for this next flight with the GPS, I can't fit a camera and a GPS on at the same time, so the camera's taken off. So the only video you'll see is from my Fat Shark goggles, which is terrible. But it's enough for, at least it's enough for me to see where I'm going, and I'm just going to whip up and down a few times with the GPS on and see what the speed is. Just want to show you this. Look at the size of the GPS on the quad. So here's the quad. Yeah. And there's a GPS on top. It's pretty big, but this is what we're going to use. And to ensure we have full power, another fresh 6S LiPo battery. Okay, the quad is down here. I'm not going to plug in the battery until the GPS has sufficient satellites. This thing says 9 satellites, so it's ready to go. So I just plug this in. Turn on the fan. Fan on. Yes, I hear it buzzing. Maybe that's why they don't put it on. It does suck up more battery with the fan on. See if I have an image. Yes, I have the same crappy image. Sci-Fi 70 show. Here we go.
Side mode acro.
Okay, we're all good. All right, here we go. Go down nice and slow. At least now I have the fan on, so it's not going to fog up on me. So now I can see myself flying along the field. Nice and lower this time. Obviously, all you can see is the crappiness in my goggles here. So let's go this way. And that's a few slow passes. And I'm going to gun it. Here we go. There you go, sucking the battery dry. Whoa, I was at the end of the field in no time. Again. There we go. Oh, I can just imagine what the speed is. All right, let's bring it down for a landing and check our speed. And come down to the grass. More and more. Whoa, that was a chopping the grass. Let's go see what the speed is. I'm super curious on what the speed is. Hopefully I didn't destroy the GPS because my little quad flipped over here. Let's flip it back. Let's see what it says. Oh my God, I see the speed. Do you see it? I don't know. It's right down here. 146.72 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's pretty good. 146.72 kilometers per hour. I'll put up here what that is in miles per hour. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to take the battery that I used just for that quick speed. So this was a fully charged 6S battery and just whipping up and down. What is the voltage remaining in that? That was a very short flight, but let's go. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad, not bad. It says on my little display here, it says over here, I have 73% remaining. So that means you probably get a half decent flight time. I was thinking with the Racer being so powerful, you're getting like maybe a minute or 2 flight time, but I think you'll get a bit more. Especially if you take it easy, you're gonna get over 5 minutes, I would think, on these big 6S 1300 milliamp hour batteries. But if you gun it, you're gonna get less. All right, I'm gonna do one last flight. I do have the Insta360 on again. Okay, this is the last flight. I've moved the quad out into the field because I have way too many people showing up around me in the parking lot. And we're off. Now, I'm gonna try to fly a little slower and a little lower just to show you that it can be done. So here we are, slow and low. Hopefully the Insta360 is giving you the image you want because my Fat Sharks just looks atrocious. But I know this field well, so I know what to dodge, what to miss. So going around here, not an issue. This is analog, so you're not going to get massive range because analog signals, well, unless you boost the antennas, you're not going to get a lot of range. I think, I can't see it on my screen, but I think I'm at 400. I'm boosting it. I'll put a correction if I've got that wrong. But there we go. That's what it looks like. Oh, and would you like to do freestyle with this? Here we go. Let's take it up. Slow spin. Another slow spin. Here we are. Just wants to keep moving forward. Let's go this way. Let's do a fast turn. Flip. Coming at the ground and back up. There we are. Bring it down a little bit. And here we go. There we are. It boogies, that's for sure. And it sounds like death from above. Yep. So let's bring this back and we'll land it. Boink. There we go. And there's my Insta360 that went flying off. Now, if you're wondering why I couldn't fly the quad very far, it was because of the Fat Shark goggles giving me a crappy image. And take a look at my parking lot. When I got here, There was pretty much me in the parking lot, no one else, but there's an event going on today. So this parking lot is full and there's a pile of people over on the other side. So I have to be very safe and stay away from them. All right, the next thing I want to show you is what comes in the box if you buy this Racer quad. Check it out. This is the box the Racer comes in, and these are the specifications of the GEPRC Racer I used in this video review. The Racer arrives almost fully assembled. You will need to install the horn, the props, the battery strap, and the battery grip. Total weight of the Racer without a battery is 276 grams. Additional items include 2 sets of props, 2 sets of battery straps. You'll need to install 1 battery strap and it looks like this. 2 battery grips. You'll need to install 1 battery grip and it looks like this. A set of tools, some product support information, a manual for people that are new in the FPV hobby, a GEPRC keychain, and finally, a pile of GEPRC stickers. Alright, so you're back to me with my Frankenstein looking Racer. So this is by GEPRC, and as you saw in the video, it goes pretty fast, but you can actually get a professional version of this Racer. I have the standard version. If you get the professional version, it comes with motors that I'm not really familiar with. They're called T-Motor F60 Pro. So pro racing motors that are on here. I have the standard ones. Mine are, what are they? 2207 motors. So apparently with those motors, you can go super fast and you can corner on a dime like zing, zing, zing. So that would have been pretty cool to try that out. The unfortunate thing though, is it only comes in analog. And I guess that's kind of standard for racer drones. There's no HD0, no walk snail, no DJI, because I guess in the racing competition league, it's pretty much analog for the most part. Also, as mentioned in the video, mine did not come with the receiver. That's why it looks so Frankenstein-ish, but you can get it with an ELRS receiver for range as well as a Crossfire receiver for range. And on all versions, you are stuck with the Runcam Nano 4 up front. It's a good camera. I have no issues with it. It's just the video signal that comes out. I'm so used to digital. I've been flying HD0, walk snail, and DJI for so long that when I jump back to analog, it's just me. It's just my brain is not used to analog, so I complain a lot. But you know what, fat sharks, this is how I started flying. This is what I was used to. I guess I'm just getting old and cranky. Now in the review, I only flew with the 6S 1300 milliamp hour LiPo battery 6S. You can go up to like a 1500 milliamp hour LiPo battery, probably even larger, but you see the battery goes on the bottom. It's the style that fits on the bottom. So when you put your battery in, you can see my 1300 is pretty much the length of the frame. You can go a bit longer, I would think. Also, if you're wondering about the horn, if I didn't mention it, the horn is there on top for the purpose that the battery's here. So in other words, most quads you buy have the battery on top. So when they flip upside down, the props, I'll flip it upside down like this. The props are kind of off the ground, enough that you can put the quad in turtle mode and it just flips over in case you get into an accident or something. This one, with the battery being on the bottom, all the weight's there. If there was nothing on the top, it would just sit flat. Your motors would sit flat and you could never lift off again to flip it over. So they have the little horn here for that. So with all that said, this is obviously a quad, a race quad for those who like to fly very fast. If you have a use to fly very fast because you're in a competitive league where you're racing up and down a field, going around corners, going through objects, you know, under gates, through gates, things like that, then this would be the race quad for you because it's not super expensive. There's a lot of technology in it to make it really good. And I guess there's a demand for it because GEPRC would not have made it if there was not a demand for a race quad. So race quads for those of you out there who race, I guess this is the one for you. So I'm going to put links to this product below. Go check it out. I'll put a link as well to my video on the GPS that I stuck on top because that GPS is used in a lot of my videos now. It's pretty decent. So go check out the video review on that. As well, I always use Insta360 cameras, little ones on anything that I fly. So I'll put a link to those as well. But for now, I say thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see many more videos like this with drones or camera drones, well then stay tuned because more are coming. All right, guys, thanks for watching this one. Catch you in the next one. Bye.